This is the Jaguar F-PACE SVR. It is the fastest, most powerful and most expensive SUV ever made by the brand. Today, we're going to find out if it is worth 465,000 dirhams and if it is better than other performance SUVs such as the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio and the Porsche Macan Turbo. Jaguar Land Rover, a company that employs over 40,000 people around the world, sits a very unique department that goes by the name of SVO, or Special Vehicle Operations. The men and women that make up this department are tasked with making the brand's cars fast and fun to drive. And those two things this F-PACE SVR certainly is. With 542 horsepower and 680 Newton meters of torque from a 5-litre supercharged V8, the F-PACE SVR is no normal SUV. It has things like launch control, which when activated will let you accelerate from 0 to 100 in just 4.3 seconds. Keep your right foot down and it will go all the way till 283 kilometers. But power is only one side of the equation. What the SVO team has done is they've put stiffer springs and suspension bushes for better handling. They've added a high-performance braking system. They've tuned the 8-speed automatic transmission to shift gears in just 200 milliseconds. And then they've replaced the standard exhaust system with a sports exhaust system that is 6 kilograms lighter and sounds absolutely mental. In essence, this is an SUV that Jaguar wants you to drive fast. Very, very fast in fact. That's why it has things like torque vectoring that reduces understeer and lets you take corners at very high speeds. It has all-wheel drive for better grip. It has a dynamic drive mode that sharpens the throttle response and changes the exhaust mapping. And it also has a speed limiter button that's hidden deep inside the cabin near the driver's knee. But that's just because Jaguar doesn't really want you to use it. Very simply said, this is an enthusiast SUV. Most people will probably find it too loud, too fast and too harsh. But if you're a petrol head who wants to drive a sports car but needs to drive an SUV, then the F-PACE SVR is definitely one that you'd want to consider. When it comes to the interior, the design is quite minimal, but at no point in time does it let you forget that you are seated in a high-performance SUV. There's sports seats covered in a combination of red and black leather, aluminium paddle shifters and meshed aluminium inlays all around the cabin. Although it is the driver's seat that everyone would like to be in, the back seats in the F-PACE SVR are a really nice place to be in, with plenty of headroom and legroom. The designers have used the same sports seats in the back as they have used in the front. They've added a heating and cooling function, along with a 4-zone climate control system, 2 12-volt outlets, and 2 cup holders as well. Generously equipped, the F-PACE SVR has everything from heads-up display and blind spot monitoring to lane keeping assist and adaptive cruise control. It also has a 10-inch infotainment screen, a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, and a sliding panoramic roof. And oh yeah, there's also a 17-speaker Meridian audio system that I almost forgot to mention, because let's be honest, who would want to listen to music when you have an exhaust system that sounds this good? In terms of design, the F-PACE SVR is a true head-turner, and I know that might have a lot to do with the amazing ultra blue color that it is in, but why would anyone want to have it in boring black, white or silver when you can have it in orange, yellow or blue? It also looks very muscular with vents on the hood, vents on the fenders and a diffuser, and what's worth noting is that these aren't just for show. The bodywork has been carefully sculpted to push air over, under and around the car to reduce lift and increase traction on the tires. While the vents help cool the engine and brakes down, they also do the very important job of increasing downforce for better performance. At the back, the F-PACE SVR looks broad and well planted, and that's because it has a staggered tire setup, meaning the tires in the back are slightly wider than those in the front. Speaking of the tires, they are wrapped around 22-inch alloy wheels that have these nice little SVR logos on them. And for those of you wondering about practicality, boot space measures in at 650 litres, which is a lot more than what the competition has to offer. At 465,000 dirhams, the Jaguar F-PACE SVR is an SUV with the DNA of a sports car. It is an SUV that has character, and it is an SUV that is built with passion, something that cannot be said about many other SUVs in the market today. Sadly, it is not faster than its rivals around a racetrack, but you know what? It's probably the only one that will leave you grinning from year to year each time you drive it, and for that, 465,000 dirhams seems like a justifiable price to pay. Thanks for watching.